Hello, this is Alyssa with Patriot Marketing. We had reached out to you today and promised this free custom video. So anyways, here it is, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just wanted to show you a few tips that you could really use to maximize your traffic online. And so with that, I'm going to start with just a couple things that I liked about your website. First of all, you have a click to call here and your, get a quote. Those really help with conversions. And I also like this map that shows where you're located in San Diego. So that's really good to have on there. Something I would like to suggest is, and this would be my first tip, would be adding more content, because I noticed that there really wasn't a whole lot except for maybe these short few paragraphs here. And content is literally anything that I can highlight, whether it be pictures or text. This case, I'd be talking a little bit about both because you only have one picture for your area. And the text is only, like I said, was only that much. The reason why you want a lot of content is so that you can be found for a lot of different keywords. Keywords, for example, San Diego roofing companies. Things like that, San Diego roofing contractors, there's San Diego Roofing Inc. You definitely want to be using these service keywords wholeheartedly, because there's a lot of volume to be had. 2.2 thousand for your area and your field of work alone. There's a lot of volume to be had there. And even these individual keywords, San Diego Roofing has a search volume of 300 per month. So definitely want to have those keywords in order to be found. People, when they search these keywords, if you're not ranking for that keyword, they're not going to find you because you don't have that keyword within your content. So it's really important to have those in there, and it's important to put yourself in a position to be found. And to do that would be having a website with the content and keywords that you want to need to be found for. So going through adding more of this content with the keywords, as well as even going as far as saving the image as one of those keywords. It's kind of a little sneaky way of inserting that keyword in there. You just save the image as the keyword, re-upload it named as that keyword, so it can start to rank for that site, for your website, and actually count as content towards it. So it's a kind of a sneaky way to insert it in there without actually putting it in your text. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, and another reason why, content and keywords are so great for ranking and all is because when Google crawls your website, they see that not only do you have the content, but you also have the keyword verbatim within your content, and it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently. Content is also great for ranking because, Google feels that the more content you have, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field of work. So it allows you to, rank higher than the others, and because at the end of the day, Google's whole goal is that those who are searching on their platform, they get the information that they need. So long story short, more content you have, the easier you're going to be found, because Google wants to ensure that people searching on their platform gets that information quickly and efficiently. And so that brings me to my next tip for you. And that would be to be building upon this Google business profile. So that would really be giving yourself a chance to be getting as much traffic as possible. And what I mean by that, when people search for any given keyword, so I'm going to use San Diego roofers. So when people search for any keyword, basically there's a lot of different ways in which they can convert over as a client. So first of all, you have these Google local ads here. These capture the people that click on the very first thing that they see. You can also see that they are Google guaranteed. A lot of people like that. It's Google guaranteed up to a certain dollar amount, so if something happens or something goes wrong, they trust that Google will make it right monetarily. And also, they have a high conversion rate. When you hover your mouse over these local ads here, you see the amount of years that the company has been in service, and also that company phone number. And when someone clicks on that phone number, they're already taking the time of their day to call you, they're more likely to convert over as a client. So that's definitely something to keep in mind with that. With the local ads themselves, however, they do not have as high of a conversion rate. Typically, they're located right under the local ads, the regular Google ads are. So they're at the top. So even though they don't have as high of a conversion rate, you can also be seen by a lot of different people here. So that's also something to keep in mind. They're also a lot cheaper. And then I'm going to move on to the Google Map Pack. Now, these are very important. The people who search this way, they want to see a company that is local and in the area. The people who are listed here are going to pull up to 80% of the traffic that comes through. So if we were searching on a keyword, for example, let's take a look at roofing San Diego. That has a search volume of 250. We're going to be looking at about 200 of them going to those top 3 competitors. So 200, goodbye. They're not even going to probably go past here, unfortunately. So that's something to keep in mind. Being in that Google Map Pack is really important. And then another way to pull traffic to your website would be to rank organically. Now, ranking organically, its concept is quite simple. The higher you're ranking in Google, the more traffic you're going to pull to your website. So the people here are actually going to be doing the people all the way down here, and nobody really ever goes to that second page of Google. So it's really important to make sure that you're ranking high enough to ensure that you're on this first page so that you'll actually get traffic to your website. I did not mean to zoom in on that. But anyways, that would be my second tip would be to expand upon that Google Business Profile. Now speaking of ranking organically that I just talked about, we're going to go a little bit more in depth. This would be my third tip, and this is where we get a little technical. So I'm going to pull you up in a tool here that shows where you're at in your online presence. So this is not the main page, the national page. This is the location page that I'm looked you up at, because that's what we're focusing on is your area. So this is where you're at. In order to rank organically, you do need to build the strength of your website. And in order to do that, you would be doing that by adding backlinks and referring domains. Unfortunately, not all backlinks are created equal. You have good quality ones and bad quality ones, so you really want a bunch of good quality backlinks. Referring domains. So a referring domain is the best way to explain this would be if you did services for somebody and they decided to blog about the services that you provided for them, and they have a link from their blog back to your website. That would count as a referring domain. And those referring domains have a lot of power and the more power you have, the higher these numbers are going to be. With these numbers, you generally want as high of a number as possible and at a 1-to-1 ratio. So in DR, you're at 29. Generally with roofers, we want to see them in the 20s, 30s, 40s range. So in DR, you're in 29. You're at 5. So we definitely want to see that number go up. You're ranking for 6 organic keywords. And not really generating any traffic to your website or your location page. So that is where you're at. We're going to pull up your competitors so that you can see where they're at. So I believe I chose these guys right here, Roofing Specialists of San Diego, just because they're in the map pack and you can see how much traffic they're getting to their website with that map pack and stuff. So this is their website. They have more pictures and some content. They could definitely improve on that, but we pull them up in our tool. We can see that they have 739 backlinks, 98 referring domains, UR 29, 19 in DR, more of a 1-to-1 ratio than URA actually, but yeah, they're in that 20s range. They are ranking for 90 organic keywords and pulling an organic traffic of 453 to their website. So that's where they're at, and that's their competitors. And if we take a look at some of those keywords, they are ranking for roofing San Diego, roof repair San Diego, San Diego roofing. They have all these service keywords. And so that's really important to know that you're ranking for the service keywords, because of the fact, if you're, we take a look at you guys' thing, we see that there are some of these services here, those service keywords, but this is the amount that you're ranking for. So it's really important to get more of those keywords into your content so you can start to rank for more than just what you're ranking for and get more traffic to your website from there. So there's a lot that you can do to bump yourself up and increase your online presence. I hope this has been helpful and informative. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. I would love to chat with you in whatever time works best for you, and help you out in any way that we can. Either my husband and I would love to do that. So with that, you have a great day, and God bless.